Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting a massive day one patch, which is going to be changing a lot of things in the current gen console version of the game. Now, if you guys have already pre-ordered this game on your Xbox console, then you can already start preloading the game. And yes, I do know that it is super early because we're still like about 9 days away from the release of this game. And it's really surprising to see that Ubisoft has already allowed players to preload their game if you have already pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Valhalla on your console version. Now, this report is coming from a few fans who have already preloaded the game, and it seems like the game is going to be 43.96 gigabytes in total size of download, and fans have already been putting out screenshots of them downloading this game. One for the case here coming from Jacob Alcala, who has also started preloading his game on the Xbox version. It seems like it's going to be 43.96 gigabytes. So if you haven't already, then make sure to go ahead, preload your game and stay loaded as soon as the game goes live. Now, big thanks to Access the Animus, who has now given us more information about what this day one patch is going to include and what kind of changes are we going to be seeing for Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the current gen console. And we've got some patch notes here which seems to be saying that the game is going to be fine-tuned, polished and balanced in terms of the current gen console, meaning the Xbox One series as well as the PS4 and PS4 Pro. Now, it seems like the day one patch will also be improving your performance of the game as well as the stability, which I believe is basically going to make your 30 frames per second stay as stable as possible on the current gen consoles, because your current gen consoles cannot go 60 frames with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, even on the 1080p as well as the 4K resolution. And all those stability issues are now going to be fixed, as well as there's going to be some sort of bug fix that Ubisoft is providing with this day one patch as well, which might eliminate any sort of game-breaking bugs that might already be present in the game. Now, of course, you should remember that anytime when you play an open world game, there always tends to be bugs, and it is nearly impossible to remove each and every bug from the game. So there's always going to be some sort of bugs in any games, doesn't matter. Even Red Dead Redemption 2, which is considered as a masterpiece, also has plenty of bugs. But as long as it's not going to be some sort of a game-breaking deal, then I think this is going to be absolutely fine. Now, also, lads, we have a little bit of a sad information which is coming from Darby McDevitt, the writer of this game, who has now confirmed that in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will not be able to replay any of the missions that you have already played. So any replayable memory sequence is now completely removed from the game. So once you sort of make any decision in the game, then you will have to stick with it. You cannot just go back and change those player choices that you previously made, whether you like it or not. You're going to have to play the entire game with that one, it seems like. And I'm pretty sure that this was also the case with Assassin's Creed Origin, and this feature was kind of like added into the game as a post-launch update or a patch. So I believe that Assassin's Creed Valhalla could also be treated the same way, and maybe we'll get all of those replayable features being added back into the game, probably as a post-launch content as well. As for now, you will not be able to replay any of the missions in the game. Now, also, there's been some kind of a misconception or misleading information that Ubisoft recently just published, saying that some of the Ubisoft games such as Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Chronicles India, Chronicles China, Chronicles Russia, and plenty of other games are not going to be backward compatible on the PlayStation 5, but these games are going to be backward compatible on the Xbox Series X. And it seems like Ubisoft has come out and said that this information is misleading. This is not something that they wanted to put out on their website, and this was a mistake that they just did, and they have now removed that list, stating that these games are now going to be available on the PS5 as well. It's not just going to be backward compatible on the Xbox Series X, or maybe some of these games are not compatible with the PS5. We don't really have any new list that Ubisoft put out on their website, but as far as what the information goes so far, it seems like all of these games will indeed be either compatible on the PS5, or at least some of those games will be compatible on the PS5 as well. Now, to be honest, if they can actually do a backward compatible feature for the Xbox Series X, then I honestly don't understand what's the problem for bringing out these games on the PS5 as well. I believe that this is some sort of a mistake or something that they didn't really want to put out on the public there, and maybe they were just trying to work things out with the PS5 console, maybe trying to port it and stuff like that, and they had some sort of difficulty in doing so. And someone from Ubisoft decided, well, let's just go ahead and post it online, stating that this is not going to be available on the next-gen consoles. And Ubisoft apologized, and they said that this is indeed not the case, and we have now made a mistake, and this will be available on the PS5 as well. So you don't really have to worry about that. Any news that's just spreading around saying that these games are not going to be available on the PS5 PS5, we'll just know that Ubisoft has already confirmed that this information is indeed misleading. Now with that being said, lads, we're just 9 days away from the official launch of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the current gen consoles as well as on the Xbox Series X, because the game seems to be coming out on the same day as the next gen console of Xbox. And of course, I would love to know on which console or which platform are you guys going to be playing the upcoming Assassin's Creed Valhalla on. I personally, I will be first trying this game out on the PS4 Pro version, and then I will be moving on to the PS5 version. So I would love to know on which platform are you guys going to be getting this game on. And also, have you guys already preloaded your Assassin's Creed Valhalla on your consoles? If you have already pre-ordered the game, that is, let me know all of your opinions as a community down below in the comment section. I would love to read all your comments as well as reply to each and every one of you guys as possible. And also, if you guys are looking for a YouTube channel that covers Assassin's Creed Valhalla, then you should probably subscribe to my channel and turn that little bell notification on so you don't really end up missing out on my daily uploads on these games. Now with that said, if you guys did go on and enjoy this video or found this video useful, then make sure to go ahead and smack that like rating, because your like always helps support the channel as well as the content I make for you guys every day. So it would really mean a lot if you guys could just do me a favor and smack that like rating. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blast of a day, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.